So, I watched the Fallout show on Amazon Prime, and before we get into the video, I want to say that the show was great. I really enjoyed the characters. Walton Goggins' performance as the ghoul, or Cooper Howard, however you want to call him, absolutely stunning. Absolutely stole the show every time he stepped foot on screen. And I actually ended up replaying the first Fallouts 1 and 2 while watching the show, and I'm actually replaying Fallout 2 on stream right now and intend to replay Tactics afterwards, so make sure to tune into that. I love the deconstruction of a good man turning to evil, becoming just another monster of the wasteland, preying on those weaker than himself to survive, but also to get revenge on the ones who took his family from him. By far, he was my favorite character, and I just wanted to watch more of him the whole time. With that being said, however, I could not help but notice that there were a rather large number of inconsistencies between the show and established canon, most of which were to do with the Brotherhood of Steel and their history. So, for this video, we'll be talking about some of these inconsistencies. Now, I will be drawing from the games that are largely considered to be canonical. This refers to Fallout 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, and 4. I understand that Tactics is now also considered canon. However, I didn't find any inconsistencies between the show's canon and Tactics canon. So, also, I don't think this really needs to be said, but I will be going into spoilers this video. So, if you don't want any of those, I suggest make like a chip and dip. First off, let's start with a quick one. In Fallout 1, the ruined cities of Los Angeles are collectively referred to as the Boneyard, whereas in the show, they just refer to it as LA. The name was given to this area by the survivors of one of the Los Angeles vaults that emerged around the year 2092, which subsequently attracted survivors and formed the town of Aditum, as well as several gangs. The California chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was originally based out of a bunker in the Lost Hills region, but now they seem to have vacated this far more defensible position in favor of an above-ground military camp with wooden shacks serving as the dormitories and buildings. At the start of the second episode, we're shown an Enclave research site, where we see numerous guards wearing military fatigues, while in previous titles, namely Fallout 2 and 3, as well as a quick allusion to this in New Vegas, we are shown that all Enclave soldiers, even those assigned to guard duty, are assigned a suit of Mark 1 or 2 Advanced Power Armor, later referred to as the X01 and X02 series of powered combat armor, to be worn while performing all of their soldierly duties. T-60 armor is shown to now have built-in jets, which allow for vertical mobility. In Fallout 4, we are given the option to apply a jetpack module to individual suits of power armor. However, this requires a rather large addition to the suit, while the models worn by the Brotherhood in the show seem to have those jets built into the arms and legs of the suit. In Episode 3, Maximus is contacted by the Brotherhood of Steel via his suit's radio, and the person on the other side refers to himself as a petty officer, whereas before those who served as the Brotherhood's support structure were referred to as knights, and those who went out onto the field and wore power armor were paladins. Prior to this moment, there's only been one member of the Brotherhood using a military title. This would be General Maxson in Fallout 1. In Episode 3, Thaddeus attempts to refill the scarred power armor's water supply, while in the Fallout games, the armor is stated to possess a water recycling system that allows the user to theoretically survive for several weeks without water supplies of any kind. It's shown that ghouls now turn feral over time unless they continuously drug themselves with what appears to be a numbing agent of some kind. In the original Fallout games, the idea of feral ghouls was a mere rumor spread by those who considered ghouls no more than radioactive zombies. Now, this was changed in Fallout 3 with the inclusion of feral ghouls as a regular enemy found within the sewers of DC, and in Fallout 4, they actually became more common than non-feral ghouls. However, in these games, it is made clear that ghouls do not turn feral over time, as this is something that occurs as the ghoulification process takes place, not after. as shown by the numerous ghouls who have existed in isolation or even captivity for decades at a time, if not centuries, without going feral. In episode 5, Norm claims that he and Chet were planting potatoes in order to explain their absence in dirty jumpsuits. However, we know from Fallout 4 and 76's description of the tato fruit that it is a radiation-induced hybridization of tomatoes and potatoes that only appeared post-war, meaning that, if the vault is truly isolated from the outside world, then not only would they not have any tatoes to plant, they would also not even know what they are. In episode 7, ghouls are shown to have a healing factor that allows them to recover from most wounds that are not immediately fatal. Now, while ghouls have been known to be incredibly durable and be able to withstand normally fatal damage, ranging from organ failure to loss of limbs, the only time they are shown to be capable of fast healing is when exposed to doses of radiation that would be nearly fatal to regular humans, whereas in the show, Thaddeus recovers from an arrow to the neck and proceeds to immediately heal from the attack, revealing his transformation. Now, here comes the biggest retcon of all. The one that many people have complained about on social media and that has the entire fan base up in arms. The one that has had so many people claim the Fallout show to be unambiguously garbage, complete slop, unworthy of being watched. This retcon threw the entire fan base into a trash compactor. The T-60 helmets no longer have a head-mounted flashlight for low visibility situations. This allows the ghoul to massacre an entire squadron of power-armored Brotherhood knights. Now I hope you guys enjoy the list, and if you're new to Fallout, make sure to check out the games. Most of them are on sale every other week, so make sure to grab them when you can. Did you spot any other inconsistencies that I missed? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked the video, leave a like. It really does help a lot. Like, a lot. And share it with your friends who also like Fallout. And hey, if you want to see more of me, make sure to subscribe. And I'm also on Twitch. Love to see you guys drop by and say hi over there. But, with all that out of the way, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.